This is a four-year-old girl named Ariane. She was stabbed in her eyes and head. This young girl, she was 2. Her name is Kirezi, which means a pearl. She was burnt alive. Bernard liked football and tea and rice, and he was very bright, and he was killed by a machete. This is a 10-year-old kid who was tortured. Just don't ask me how you torture a kid. Some of these things are really hard to explain. This little girl was hacked by a machete. This boy, Fidel, he was shot in the head. Like most kids do, they went hiding in the bathroom. And when they found him, they threw a grenade. And he was thrown in their shower, and that's how they died. Most kids were actually, especially the babies, the Interahamwe militia and the killers would just smash their bodies onto the walls. Like it was the case of the Fiat. So they smashed her against the wall. We have a church not far from here where there's still stains of blood on the walls because they did it to so many so many babies. So this is a cruelty of genocide. How can you imagine? Why would someone really decide to take the life of a baby? And it happened during the day in the open. Neighbors turned against neighbors, friends against friends. Teachers killed their own, students. Doctors killed their patients. We even have a case of nuns, sisters, Catholic sisters, who called militia. They went and negotiated with the heads of militia to come and kill the people who were hiding. Hutu women, those were in mixed marriage, so they turned against their own husbands, and some turned against their own wives, and they killed their children. We have several cases of mothers who killed their own children. We have I recently read a book of this guy. He had 9 siblings, and the mother helped kill all of them. The uncles would come every day, take 3, exterminate them. So he was spared because he was the last born. Then the mother would say, at least let me stay with this one for a short while, but you can come back for him later on. So the kids noticed what was happening and had to run away. It's, every time you get to hear about the details of the atrocities that were being committed, you really start questioning humanity, right? Because they tell you a day before this happened, we were friends. We attended their wedding. It was normal. We intermarried. We even gave them cows. So we don't understand how overnight they switched and came with the machetes and did what they did. I remember when I went to school, boarding school, I had this kid, he collapsed, he had trauma. During the time of commemoration, because he was contagious. And then when he came back, we asked him, but tell us, why are you having trauma? You were not targeted. He said, well, every time they scream, every time my schoolmates scream, it brings back the memories of the kids I used to play with when they were being chopped by my father. So his father killed his childhood friends in front of his eyes. 1 million people were killed in 100 days, and that means more than the people who were killed during the 9/11 terrorist attack.
Right.
I think America lost
about
3,000 people. Right. And this we lost every hour for 100 days. People being chopped while the international community watched and nobody did anything.